Now I invite you to take these children into your hearts, and you'll understand a bit more why in a moment. Since I was 14, the world economy has grown 5 times. A child can see that while the economy is 5 times bigger, the earth stays the same size. But we adults, the Worldwide Fund for Nature tells us that we, in the UK, are consuming Earth's resources as though we have 3 planets, and you can see there's only 1. A child sees clearly that we need to reduce consumption by 2/3, but adults? Most UK political parties share a common ideology that the way forward is more growth. Our child can see that growth increases consumption and that it will bring more disasters. When I contemplate my grandchildren's future, I am very scared, and even more scared when I see how public discussion about the link between economic growth and environmental destruction is avoided. When I raised my concerns with a leading politician, he told me with unqualified certainty that the solution was resourceless growth. My need for reality wasn't met. Even more worrying is the complicity of most of the media in avoiding this discussion. Plenty about growth, plenty about the environment, and virtually nothing about how the former causes the latter. For example, research by the New Economics Foundation into fish consumption shows that we in the EU, by the 9th of July, had eaten our annual quota of fish from EU waters. So we are now eating other people's fish. And the bitter irony is that those other people include our children and grandchildren in their future years. That date in July gets earlier every year. In the words of an American Indian chief, when the last fish dies, we will know that we cannot eat money. The God of free market economics demands growth and will have our children on its altar, unless each one of us goes for a very different model of economic and social life. What might that model include? First, acceptance of the principle that the organism which destroys its environment destroys itself. Second, an economics which puts the earth before production and profit. Third, reclaiming the true meaning of prosperity from the free market ideology. Our greatest prosperity is in relationships with people and with nature. Whilst money may enhance these, it doesn't make them. Fourth, cooperation is the only way forward, and hard as this may be, it needs to be inclusive. Sorry, folks. Bankers, big business, politicians, well, none of us is perfect. And lastly, making as much commitment to the journey inside us as we do to our journey in the world. Each feeds into the other. I was taught that boys don't cry. Sometimes when I watch the news, I fill up with grief, having seen some hurt to people or to other species. And maybe this is similar for you, and we don't talk about it. In this last half minute, I invite you in the silence to use it as in the special way that it is for you.